to another episode of the Infinite Podcast.
Salutations are in order.
Salutations! Welcome back to the show. It's been a. I think we missed a week, right? I can't even remember what the hell's going on because I was so sick, man. I have not been that sick for a long time. I haven't been sick where I'm laid up in bed flat on my back and not able to even go and get myself water. I have to beg the missus for like water.
That's what happens when men get sick.
It was bad. It was very bad. Influenza A. That's the bird flu. So I've got some feathers growing out my ass. Donte, welcome back. How's your week been? What have you been up to? It is the Battlefield 6 beta week. He is gone. So Holly, how's your week?
The timing on that, yo.
How's your week been?
It's been a busy week. It's been a good week. I did lots of stuff. I played lots of stuff. I made a video and I put that out. I did a review. It's my first review.
Nice. What was it off? It doesn't pop up on my fucking YouTube, which is really annoying. And I am subscribed, but yep. And you didn't share it to the chat, but that's right.
I did not. I haven't made a video in a month, and I'm still learning how to make videos. So it's still in the you suck at this, but practice makes perfect. So then I had a month of life, so it was kind of like, well, I still suck, but now I suck a little more again because I have to remember what to do. But it's a video for this game called Eric's Home Stolen Dream. Fantastic game, so good. I loved it. It's the first game in a really long. Well, you know what? You should just watch the video. I'm not going to tell you. So I did that. I made the video. I have played the Midnight Walk. I started that this week, and I've played the Abiotic Factor, which I also can't talk enough about. That game is so good. I love that game. And I've played Battlefield 6 beta. And what else? I just played a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Right.
I have Dell.
Right.
Air fryers. Yep. So did a lot of stuff. It's fun.
I want to check this Eric Sholm. I thought I was looking up Eric Holmes. I'm like, what is this she's talking about? So I just looked it up. But Eric Sholm's Stolen Dream. I'm gonna play this because I do like the sound of it. It's like very sort of like a Plague's Tale /
Yes.
Commandos /
Dishonored / it's all isometric, sneaking required, puzzling. It's very good.
It looks
the
nice.
Story is excellent too. The story is really good.
Is it on Xbox?
It's on every platform. Yep.
Fantastic. Then it's a good game.
It's $40 too. It's $40 full price.
I gotta check it out. But I've been playing, so we'll get to what I've been playing in a minute actually. But Umbra, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? Let's talk about you. How's your week been? What's been going on?
Oh man, I had a lot of things going on just in real life, so I hadn't really had a chance to do as much as I would have liked as far as podcasting and things of that nature. Eric's Home, by the way, is made in Unreal Engine, by the way. I just want to throw it out there. Unreal Engine 5.
I'm not going to play it.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you can't deny greatness. So, but I did get a chance to play a few things recently. I played a bit of Grounded, although I stopped because I'm not facing these spiders alone. And I have to have somebody to get sacrificed as I run away.
I started that this week too.
Oh, why you left me alone? You didn't ask me.
Because you're always in the Discord.
Oh, well, excuses. Anyway.
That's your own damn fault.
So I had why you rolling your eyes, T-Wolf Swim? Huh? Oh, you're gonna like this, Gray. I've been playing Mafia, the old country. Glorious Unreal.
I'm gonna start it this weekend.
Glorious Unreal Engine 5, Gray, on my PC at max. Oh, the visuals, Gray, on this PC is just...
Boo this man.
He's about to. Don't you even worry about it. So, I got to say, the thing about Mafia, it is gorgeous, right? It is gorgeous, but the problem is they have to patch it because, and I have to admit it, Unreal Games have been causing these developers issues left and right. They cannot handle the power the power that is Unreal. They cannot handle it, man. It's only a few
It's just
people
a
that can
bad
do it
engine,
right.
really.
Coalition is like seems to be like one of the only teams that can handle Unreal right. Everybody else seems to have issues like where they can't iron out whatever issue they have, and they have to patch it. And is like remember Star Wars had that issue going on too. Like it was for a long time. Like all these teams that use Unreal tend to have these issues, and this is having it where the game has crashed on me at least 10 times now. Mafia.
You talking about the Star Wars Cal Kestis the last
Yeah.
one?
Yep.
That's Snowdrop. That's Snowdrop. That's not Unreal.
No, part 2 was Unreal. The second game was Unreal Engine. I'm pretty certain. Matter of fact, both were Unreal. Matter of fact, weren't they? I'm pretty sure.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, I looked it up. I'm pretty sure both were on Unreal. I know part 2 was. But yeah,
it was Unreal Engine 4. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah, hey, listen, I know my Unreal now. You can't tell me nothing about Unreal, baby. But no, but this game, they have to patch it. And I know it's not like Unreal itself, it's them. Well, Unreal is giving them issues, so they have to work it out. Please don't blow her head up like that, Lotus. She does plenty wrong. Anyway, getting back, Mafia though is gorgeous. The voice acting is top notch. What you smiling like that for, Blue? The voice work is top notch.
The nicest person that we have around, okay, except for Bobby Hawk and Gray Monad.
What's everyone in the chat, by the way? Hello, everyone. But yeah, the game is gorgeous. You're gonna like it, Riskit. I think you're gonna like it. It's a pretty short game, and I'm in chapter 4, despite the crashes left and right that are causing me all types of issues. But other than that, I think you all give it a chance. It's you can get it for us just $50, whatever. I think it's a relatively short campaign story, about 10 hours, I think they said. So it's not a lot to sink your teeth into. So it's a succinct little story game. But I love story heavy narrative games, so that works for my favor. But from what I've played, it has that very old school Godfather-y kind of feel. You know what I mean? Like you're back in the old country and Italy and everything, and Sicily and all these other parts of the world of Italy, or parts of cities of Italy, and it is just
Salerno.
Yeah, so all of that. And it seems I'm pretty sure there's going to be a curve where somebody betrays me. I'm almost certain of it, because that's kind of Mafia. Like Mafia, you could expect it to happen. Playing other games, so in the series, you know how it works. But other than that, I think you all will really like it. So I hope y'all give it a chance.
It's always your best friend. It's your best friend that does it.
Always. That's what I got. The one I've got in mind right now is the kind of a buddy to you in there too. I'm like, I bet you're going to betray me.
You walk into that dark room and
right. Joe Pesci me.
I've been a bit skeptical of Mafia, man, just because there's a lot. So they didn't release a lot of review copies. A lot of the bigger creators didn't get review copies. There's a little bit of mystique going on around that game, and I'm a little bit cautious. So I'm gonna wait a bit to see where you're at, like with it. I'll come back to you, and then I'll make a decision on whether I purchase that one. To be honest with you, because I think there's something very not right. I mean, if you're saying it's got performance issues, maybe that's just it. But I don't know, man. It just didn't look. It didn't look like it looked very AA-ish to me. And so I'm wondering if it's wooden and mechanical and like very,
It feels pretty good to me. I will say this though, I kind of feel salty because I think in this instance it probably runs better on Xbox. Like it probably runs better on console right now. I don't think
everything does.
Well, not everything, but listen. I'll say this: I think that whatever the case is, I haven't heard any issues with Falky. What are you talking about there, Falky? What are you talking about, Governor? I do only the best accents here. Me British.
They definitely don't.
No.
Holly loves it. She loves it. She loves it.
Oh no, brother. No,
brother. Ooh,
brother.
They love it. It's the jealousy for me. But I think I haven't heard anybody saying they have issues on the Xbox, but it did just come out, so maybe they haven't experienced it. But I've had at least 10 or more so crashes on a PC. And this is me saying that with an Unreal game. So listen. It does not look Redfallish. Well, look, he said it looks Redfallish. No, it doesn't.
It does look a little bit Red Fallish, actually. I
Oh
would.
no, don't buy into that with him.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look very. Doesn't look very. Donte, are you here? Are you with us?
Yeah.
Hey, how you
Hey.
doing? What
I'm good.
happened? I was mid introduction, and he's like, "See you
Huh?
later."
EV Mux. EV
It
Mux.
is not.
It's EV Mux.
It's
EV
not
Mux.
Mux.
It's EV Mux.
It's
And
EV
that's my
Mux.
final answer.
You're inciting a
Christ
Holly.
sake.
This
what you're doing.
This program
I
hates
don't have
us.
to. It does it. Yes,
This
it does.
program
It
hates
hates you
us.
too, Riskit. You just don't want to admit it.
I feel like
Stubborn.
they got a cabal against you in EV Mux Risk,
You're inciting a Holly.
led by Holly. Yeah.
How's your week been? What have you been up to? What have you been playing? What's been going on with you?
My week's been pretty good. I've been playing Grounded, man. Grounded 2. Been having a blast.
I saw that.
Me and Cole been playing quite a bit. I got like, I don't know, probably at least 30 plus hours so far in Tumen. It obviously needs some patches, and it'll, obviously it's early access, so a lot of stuff that needs to be patched into it because it crashes quite a bit also, even on Series X. But from what they have right now, like in terms of the iteration of the use of the buggy, yeah, just like a nice improvement over what they had in the original game. Wolf spiders are even more terrifying in this one, so I know Umbra, you would hate it. You would have to turn on that arachnophobia mode because they're ridiculously large, super vicious, and very hairy.
Australia,
so you see one walking in the distance, moving the leaves and stuff, and if it spots you, it's game on. But yeah, I've been having a blast with that game, man. It's been really, really cool. But they gotta still obviously improve it. They haven't even opened up obviously the second part of the map, so it's really, really big for what even's inside of the early access. And then there's the second part of the map that obviously will, as the game continues to get updated, will get released, which I can only imagine like what they got in store for it because even this one I think would have been big enough for one game, the map that we currently have. So the idea that there's a whole second portion of it, I'm kind of excited to see where it goes. So, but yeah, outside of that, I'm looking forward to jumping into the Battlefield beta. That's my PvP fix, and I've been seeing nothing but good things on it. I know did you get a chance to play some of it?
Me no, but I know that Umbra's been running away from spiders.
Okay, no, I'm talking about Battlefield 6.
Oh, Battlefield 6. Oh, bro, I've been playing. I'm nearly ranked 20 on that game already.
Okay. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. I want to get into the open beta because I love Battlefield. So if it's like kind of a return to form, like the way 3 and 4 was, that's completely up my alley. And everything I see just makes me want to play it. It's always been everything's pretty positive, even for like some of the things that they still need to iron out and fix. So yeah. So far, man. I mean, I gotta say, like, gaming is pretty good. I'm not finding myself saying I don't have anything to play. It's like. It's literally like, what am I going to play, and how do I kind of properly spend my time between the different cool games that are out there right now?
Stilo asked you a specific question on Grounded right there.
Oh, my bad. What did you say? Let me scroll back up. Sorry, Stilo, if I missed it, fam.
Who asked the question?
Stilo Facts. He says, how does arachnophobia mode work in those types of games?
I never turned it on, but to my understanding, like, it just makes it so that way the spiders don't they look more cartoonish, I guess, as opposed to
yeah.
So
there's
that's
different
my understanding.
levels.
But I never actually never tried it.
So there's different levels of it, like, so you can, like, it's sort of like a slider, and then eventually you can literally get the slider down so that the spider just looks like a circle, like a bubble, and then it's this just weird bubble coming after you and shit. It's not so you can sort of add to it and bring it down. It's pretty interesting, but I'm a real man, so I don't.
Real men face them fears and take on that spider. Ain't that right, Umbra?
To be fair, I mean, he is in Australia, mate, so you have to deal with these things.
I will leave the show.
You're not
so
going anywhere, Philly. You're going to stay here. We're going to get some
It's
Macs after
so
this.
bad. It's not good bad. It's just bad.
Holly,
Super bad.
Holly, I need you to stay calm.
That's not even how Riskit says my name. It's not. It's not true.
I'm not Riskit.
Holly.
I'm Umbra.
Farku doesn't say my name like that either.
Is Farku's not Australian.
He's British. I know. I'm covering all the accents that may even
just
try to get something
don't
like that.
Why is she hating on my accents? They know they're so good. I don't understand.
So bad.
Do not encourage the accents in the chat.
Jealousy has a way of
chat.
showing it, rearing his head.
Tell
That's
him
what it is. I get it. Listen,
So
I'll
what?
teach you how to speak the language if you really want to. Just tell me
Oh,
what you want.
You
That's
get
really bad.
one more warning, and I'm gone. I'm out. It's a goodbye, sir.
So before Holly leaves, what have I been playing? So what have I been playing? I've been playing. Well, I got into Doom, which is strange because I finished
Which
up
one?
Expedition 30. Doom, the latest one, Medieval.
Dark
Doom,
Ages?
Dark Ages, right. But yeah, I was sort of floating after Expedition 33. It was like really hard to sort of find something to play. I finished both Little Nightmares games, which I've never finished before, but I was like, I'm going to go through and actually finish these games. So I did 2 and then 1. Not that it matters because they're not really in sequence, but played those 2 games. And then I was sort of floating, and I was like, nah, I guess I'm sort of waiting for Battlefield, so I'll just play a bit of Doom. And then I really started to get into it. Like, it's really, really good. It's just, as long as you don't pay any attention to the story and all you're worried about is just bashing and smashing and shooting and killing, like, it's one of those games that you can just sort of mindlessly be in a party, chat shit with the guys.
What's wrong with the story?
And shoot stuff. What's wrong with the story? Is, oh my God.
War for Doom, you talking about?
Wait till you get to the end. There's a lot of good story at the end.
I
want to pay attention.
I can't see any of this being good story. And like, the guy's name is Doom Guy, for God's sakes. Like,
Or Doom Slayer.
or like the Slayer. Like, the story's not for me. I don't care about story, but I was loving that. Obviously, Battlefield 6 launched, or the beta launched, and I was on that immediately. Like, the minute it went live, I was ready to go. And then I got in a queue behind 180,000 people, which is ridiculous. And I was pretty pissed off because I had an hour to play it before I had to go pick up my kids, and so I lost that time. Like, I couldn't. And then when it finally got in, I couldn't play it. No, I was pissed off. I was angry. But anyway, it's fantastic. I really love it. They have done this thing with a couple of the maps. We'll talk about a little bit more about it later, but they have done this thing with a couple of the maps. They always do in the breakthrough mode, where they just make it so difficult to get out of your spawn. It's ridiculous. And they just basically keeps an entire team spawn trapped.
I did try that. The Ripatorium? Sorry, are you talking about something else?
Battlefield.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Never mind. Doom had an update yesterday, and they added the Ripatorium. I thought you were talking about that.
No,
I
no.
apologize. I played that too.
So I got it's one of the maps. I'm not really. It's like a Monty Grappa map. It's the sort of in the mountains type thing. It's not that one's not for me, and I've been canceling out of the game every time that one comes up. But the other maps, Cairo and the other sort of tighter maps and city town maps, absolutely amazing. This game is so good. It reminds me of Modern Warfare 2019, 100% with its shooting. It's sort of tight with that. There is some issues. There's definitely some issues with TTK and TTD. Like, they don't match. So sometimes you'll definitely have killed someone and they don't die. I even had an instance where it shows you the damage. So it shows you the damage output as you kill someone or as someone's killed you, and you'll get the feedback and you can have a look. I had one where I shot a guy. He went down to 17. He went back up to 24 and then back down to 17, then down to 6, and I died. So there is some issues with netcode there, I think. But as a whole, absolutely love the game. There is a problem with it where it completely just hard resets your Xbox. It doesn't jam up, doesn't do anything else. It just immediately shuts your Xbox down. I've had it once. Gray. We spent like a couple of hours trying to get Gray Monad into the game yesterday, going through all the Twitch drops and all that sort of stuff. And then it literally soft locked his Xbox hard locked his Xbox around about 6 times.
Better to be hard locked than soft locked.
This is true. It popped and locked his Xbox. So it's hilarious. Yep, King of the Hill got added yesterday. I played a little bit of that. That was really frustrating. So I went back to Conquest. Look, I absolutely love this Battlefield 6 beta. I highly recommend everyone just download it, jump in, check it out. It is a return to form, 100%. And yes, I do think it will be competition for COD, because COD's just going absolutely stupid, man. Like with
Shout out to Big Mad Mo.
I saw a thing the other day with it was yesterday. There's a machine. There's an assault rifle with a fucking like I don't know, like a carnival ride across the like roller coaster across the top of the thing, and it does all this stuff, and it's like, oh man, I don't want that in my game. I don't want that shit in my COD. I don't want it. I don't want people running around in pink and purple with a unicorn hat on. I don't want Beavis and Butthead. Man, Snoop Dogg's all right. He can stay in there. I don't want Lilith, man, flying around. Like, I can see Snoop Dogg in a car. I can see Snoop Dogg shooting people. Like, that's cool. I'm down with that. It's fine. But it's ridiculous, man. This is not Fortnite.
Why can you see Snoop Dogg shooting people?
Yeah, right. Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Hold on a minute.
What do you mean by that, brother? Why can you see Snoop Dogg shooting people?
Because he's a gangster. And he literally has killed someone. He was literally, when he released his first album, he was in a court case for murder.
No, so he did. His bodyguard
was the case that they gave me.
His bodyguard was the person who shot him. He didn't shoot the person.
That's true. It was his bodyguard. But I just wanted to ask.
Riskit's thinking about the music. The music told him that he shot somebody.
He's like, murder was the case.
Because murder was the case that he gave him.
Yeah, I get it.
I just wanted to see where his head was at. That's all. You know, I just wanted to
need to clarify that, brother.
He 100% get these white guys out of here. But Snoop, oh yeah, I can see him out there shooting.
Yeah, he was in a 1993. He was in a 1993 court case for first-degree murder. He shot someone.
No, it wasn't for him though, was it? Wasn't his bodyguard?
Yeah, no, it was him.
Oh,
he literally shot some dude like out of a.
The actual reason that you should say that it makes sense for Snoop Dogg to be in COD is because Snoop is a notorious gamer who streams and plays Call of Duty. Yeah. That's really why it makes sense that he's in Call of Duty.
Big Call of Duty fan. Yep.
It was his bodyguard Lee McKinley, but they were both in the vehicle chasing down a. They were chasing.
But the guy didn't record the song, so he doesn't count.
No, they were chasing down a dude in a vehicle from a rival gang. Like, they literally chased the dude down.
I think life at that time or something like that. So
he was,
yeah, I know. Yeah, he definitely was involved, but But you know,
I could see him running around COD with an assault rifle, man.
He was a Crip. He was a Crip. Not like he can just get rid of Crip being a Crip, but he's a Crip too. So I guess I can see it. I'm just wanted to mess with you a little bit, just see where we
wanted to give you some shit.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. You can see Snoop shooting someone. You can see anyone from the 1990s gangster rap scene shooting people because shit was actually happening. Yeah. That was going on.
If they put Pac in there, I would definitely be like, yeah, Pac shot 2 cops, so I can see that for sure.
Yeah, and if they put Biggie in there, I can see
Tupac.
I can see, and Biggie's better than Tupac. But we're not going to get
that's just a lie. That's a lie. Yeah.
Just that's 100%. Calm down.
When you got lyrics talking about you so fine, I would suck your father's appendage.
Behind?
You have lost. No, not the behind. Unfortunately.
Wow. It just rhymed, so I was trying to.
Actually, Biggie got some of the most questionable bars in hip hop history. If you actually look,
if you go back and listen to some of it, you're like, whoa! But Biggie's still dope. But some of the bars is kind of question.
They're just different. Biggie had the club bangers, and Tupac had the more like.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like that's good. The little questionable ones that like make you like go, whoa, damn.
No. Questionable, like kind of sus.
Yeah.
Sus. Like whoa, wait, we was rapping that back in the 90s?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know these.
I'm gonna send you something after the show so you can understand, to give you to elucidate this for you so you will understand.
Soil Tech needs to wash his mouth out with soap because Snoop Ain't Shit is just absolutely inherently wrong. Snoop is fantastic. His Doggy Style is one of the best albums ever made.
Album. Legendary.
Yeah. Classic album.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
Baby.
Wow. Anyway, that was a terrible worse than Umbra's accent.
At least you can acknowledge
than that.
Mine is higher on the rung of greatness. I got it. Thank you for that. I needed that reinforcement.
We should probably jump into the topics for the week. Before we do,
Wait,
please hit the like button.
You
Share us.
you just went on just some sort of love tangent about Battlefield 6 beta, but you didn't ask any of the rest of us if we played it and what our opinions are.
Yeah, well, we went in the
has anyone else played it? I haven't got a chance
you
yet.
had
Have
the
you played
whole
it,
intro to go, I play Battlefield, and this is what I
said
thought of
it. Well, I said it, but I thought it was going to be a thing because you just don't want me to talk about it because you're like, Battlefield's the best and blah, and no shame shall come upon Battlefield.
I mean, like, I'm happy to hear about your skill issues. Let's talk about Battlefield, Holly. So, before we do,
I will also leave for that.
Here's how we go live, 8 p.m. EST, all that sort of stuff. Holly, what did you think of Battlefield 6? Talk to me. Much better than COD. Everyone knows this, but that's...
Wait, did you actually get in?
Not.
It is. It is. In terms of an actual cooperative shooter, it is. COD does not encourage cooperative gameplay the way Battlefield does.
So can I actually talk about my opinions about
No, you can. But I'm just saying, in
because
terms of a cooperative game, it's not.
Don't even know what I'm gonna say, and you're immediately shitting on my opinion.
No, now you're just that part. Just that part.
You are sharding. You are sharding before I am able to speak.
Sharding?
Yes, you're doing the shart before the full poop.
It's like a shit fart.
Riskit, did we shart right now?
It's a shit fart. Fire away, Holly. What did you think of Battlefield 6?
Get your bars off.
Okay. So first of all,
trash.
Unfriended.
I did warn you. I did warn you.
All right, go.
All right. So here's the thing. First and foremost, absolutely true for no matter what you like or don't like either side of the fence. They are such wildly different games that I honestly don't think that they should be compared to each other. They just happen to always be compared to each other because they're both in the semi-milsim space, right? With multiplayer and a campaign, right?
Yeah.
But that's really it. Like, as far as what they're trying to accomplish, they're both completely different. Full stop. Right? Mm-hmm. So I think there are a lot of people who like both, which is great. There's a lot of people who only like one or the other. And they are very, very different. If you're like me, who likes the twitch shooter, who likes the rapid pace of a game, who likes, I just really like the rapid style of Call of Duty. Even like the big maps on Call of Duty start to annoy me, right? Like I like small maps, right? That's how, I am about Call of Duty. So for me, going to Battlefield it's difficult, right? Because it's an inherently different game style, which is totally fine. So I played for 4 hours ish yesterday. The first game I jumped into, I went into Dominations, which is the only small map they had available. They have 4 modes. Just cool your tits. I'm getting there. So I went into Domination first because it was the only small map. They had 4 modes open. So I was like, I'll just go into a small map and see how it feels first, right? And it's Domination, just like, Call of Duty. But the movement is, the movement's good, right? But it's not super fast, which it's not really supposed to be. It's Call of Duty, or it's Battlefield. But first of all, there's supposed to be a slide, right? I could never slide. I was sprinting, and when I would hit the crouch button to go into a slide, you just crouch and walk fast. And
you gotta run.
That's
you gotta
weird.
be running.
No, I was running. It doesn't work.
Yeah, you don't feel it. But if someone was watching you, they would see you slide, but you don't actually really feel it.
No, it just looks like you crouch and are going.
We were testing it out to see if like you actually were sliding or not. You actually are, and it goes. Then it goes into the run. Yeah, but you don't really feel it. It just feels like you jump and you like keep running.
Make sure you guys are sending it as feedback then, right? Like, yo, the slide option needs to actually feel like you're sliding a little bit.
It needs to look like you're sliding from your perspective, right?
I agree.
So then the other thing is so then I played a lot of, there was Conquest, there was Domination, and there was, what was the other one? Riskit. B starts with a B?
Breakthrough. I love Breakthrough.
Yes. That's what I played the most.
Breakthrough's pretty
That's
more fast paced, I would say. It's just like constant chaos.
it is. So it's slightly smaller maps, I think, than Conquest, right?
Yeah.
So Breakthrough is interesting. I played all 4 classes. What I have to say about the game itself, like the gameplay is decent. The UI is dog water. It's
It
bad.
is, yeah.
It's very bad. Like I could not figure out until like 2.5 hours in. It says you can change your loadout. I couldn't figure out how to change classes in the middle of a match until 2.5 hours in. Like it's bad.
It's not that bad. Like
It's
No,
funny you
it's
say
bad.
that, by the way, because when I played COD with you and you all, I felt the exact same way. Like, what the hell is going on with this UI?
It's all shooters
Call
have
of
got
Duty
a
is
complicated.
I think it's based on what
Yeah.
you're familiar with, to be quite honest.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think,
You know, like
Well-
familiarity. Yeah.
But to your point, like as a new, like I have, I've played Battlefield since Battlefield 1, right? It's like 8 years ago or whatever. So as a noob, right? Noob-ish coming into this game, I couldn't figure shit out with this UI. Not good. Doesn't mean that like, and of course, like the guns aren't super great at the beginning because you just have a stock gun. You have to unlock things, other types of guns, other equipment and stuff as you go on. So that's fine. My other thought is it feels faster than old Battlefields. And I'm wondering, just purely speculation, if they tried to speed it up just a little bit to try to keep people who do play COD but are looking for something that's not modern day COD, right? With all the goofiness that's going on, trying to maybe get them to come and test this out and stay a little bit longer, right? So maybe speeding it up to try to persuade some of that.
So they did that with I think they did that. That's the bullet drop issue that I have, is like there's literally no bullet drop. There's not a lot of kickback. What do you call it? Kickback on the guns.
There's not.
Brain can't think of the word. So you
so
very much
every gun is like a laser,
Recoil?
roughly. Not a lot of recoil.
Yeah.
The recoil's like
Even the
pretty
sniper,
low. Like,
the sniper had like no recoil. Like,
and there's there's no bullet drop with that sniper. Like it's like infinitesimal, and that's not Battlefield. But the speed of it, Holly, that's just a callback to what Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 were. They were both extremely fast.
Okay. So then the other issue is, and this is just a way lobbies fill, way people play. There was only one match where we had a good enough amount of medics. Everybody, like, even if you have somewhat amount of medics, I would be down sitting there watching 3 teammates standing next to me for the entire time I'm laying there pressing the button to call for help. They would just like see me there and just keep going, or just stop and start shooting and never pick you up. And
Welcome
I'm like,
to Battlefield.
that's stupid. Like why even have these classes if people aren't going to play the classes? That's dumb.
That's the tough part about playing. Like, were you playing with randoms or were you playing with someone you knew?
I played with 3 people, or sorry, there are 3 of us. Two I know, but it's still, you're playing on a team of, what is it, 12v12 or something like that, right?
36.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So you know what I mean. You shouldn't have to go in dependent on having a squad of your own, a full squad of your own, right? To help cover that.
It just shows you though that if you do have a full squad that's dedicated to playing like your different classes and roles properly, you guys can excel better within Battlefield. That's how Battlefield works. So.
I could see that. And that's kind of like the Division is like that too, right? Like but that's part of that's part of just an adult problem, right? Like you're just not going to have that really, right? So you have to have other people willing to kind of play the game the way it's supposed to be played. But either way, I had no issues with bugs. I got right in, even despite, what looked like it was going to be long queues. The gameplay is decent if you like, the style of gameplay from Battlefield. I like it's a pretty good beta. I guess my overall review is the fact that they played it way too safe. It feels exactly like a game from 2017, right? So, and that's fine. It's like they just said, we screwed up in 2042 so bad, and we really need to bring this thing back and just make a decent game that's going to play well and, you know, that people are okay with and all that stuff. There's nothing innovative about this one versus Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. There's nothing to make it feel like this is 2025 Battlefield. That's disappointing.
Good. That is
Mm.
good. That is what we wanted as Battlefield players. We didn't want any of this bullshit. We wanted Battlefield to be Battlefield.
But that's fine. But the problem with that is, in this industry and the world that we're in with all the ADHD and gaming, the longevity is just not going to be there the same way it is with other games.
No, they'll kill it with.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, they'll kill it with Portal because they've got Portal with a whole bunch of new tools in it, and
I think
there
things
will be
are weirdly cyclical, and I think right now you are seeing just a little bit of fatigue from the COD side of things.
Oh,
in terms of what they're doing. And
I can talk garbage about COD for an hour, right? Like about how disappointed I am with where it is, but it's still, for me personally, again, right? Like it's a taste thing. They're two different games, but you will never ever see me pick this Battlefield over whatever the next Call of Duty is.
And to be fair, COD has been knocking it out of the park too, right? Though,
exactly.
I was having this discussion with people earlier. They were like, "Oh, this is good that this is like this for competition." I'm like, but the past two CODs were like 90 something almost, right? Like they were rated well. Like it's not like they were trash. Man,
the gameplay is good. The problem with COD is they do amazing stories. They do amazing campaigns. They're Michael Bay movies, right?
Except for Ghost.
The
Ghost
gameplay. Well, I'm talking like overall, right?
Yeah.
The gameplay is top notch. The problem is that they have coated it with this poopy flavored lollipop, and they're just such a demon of monetization that but the problem is the gameplay is so good. They have all of the stuff that a game should be down. They've just spackled all this crap on top of it that's become so overblown.
It's the Fortnite combo.
They're trying to. They're
Fortnite. It's a problem.
But exactly.
But that's the problem, though. Is COD's still such a good game to play in the way it plays, how it feels. You know, they innovated with the movement this year, which is a big deal, right? Like all of the stuff about COD is good. Minus the coding that's on top, and it pushes people away.
So I got a question.
Yeah, but for me, just let me quickly jump in there. So for me, first of all, with your blueberry, so anyone who's not on your team is a blueberry, right? And they zerg around the map. That's what they do, fucking zerging around the map, doing shit. Like, so when you're like dead on the ground and there's some dude standing right fucking next to you, and you could help save his life because he's facing like 4 people coming around the corner, and instead of like reviving you, taking the 2 fucking seconds to revive you so you can help him like stay alive, that dumb shit gets fucking blown to fucking hell, and then another medic comes and stands over your dead body, and then he doesn't revive you. That's been going on since Battlefield fucking 1942. Like, so you cannot
So then I just
rely.
feel like you shouldn't have the classes then.
No,
I mean it still works. It's not consistent, man.
You can't rely on blueberries to fucking help you. Well, you have a squad. Like you'll find people, you'll play with people, you'll make friends in the game, and then you'll end up having a squad, and then you guys will start to work together. And that's like Battlefield is not team play as much as it is squad play. And when you get that right, when you get the squad play right, that's when all the classes make sense. Like you've got your engineer. Yeah, you're like, fuck, there's a tank over here, man. He's like, where am I? I'm like, I need some more fucking ammo. Cool, ammo down. And he's like, fuck, I'm down. And you like revive, and then he shoots. You know what I mean? Like it's that constant fucking like turnover of like working together as a squad that makes Battlefield great. It's not the team. It's not the blueberries fucking zerging around doing dumb shit constantly. Really pisses me off.
Yeah. Gray, I resent that. I do not run away in military shooters. It's only when I'm facing gigantic Australia spiders that I run away.
But to be clear, because I know I sounded kind of poopy about it. I really want to like Battlefield, and I really want it to be good. I have no ill will against Battlefield, and I want to like enjoy it. I want to play it. I want it to be something that, you know, like I'm happy to hop in and out of when it's
the
good.
one thing I would say to anyone who plays like COD, who prefers COD and they love COD, I always say like you have to go into Battlefield for a different mindset, right? You can't go into it thinking that I'm comparing it to how I play within COD, because
Yeah.
COD is more of the Twitch shooter. It is about fast action, quick
I don't
respawn.
care
You get
for
back
it either.
in, get your
Yeah.
kills up. That's the way that's the endorphin rush off of COD. You got to go into Battlefield knowing that you want to play with a squad, and then that and playing the objective is the key to basically winning the game. Not so much as I went 30 and 15 or whatever the case is. You could have went, 10 and something, but you were at the top of the leaderboard because you had the most revives, or you supplied the most people, or you took down the most tanks. That's what Battlefield is.
So it's
And
so
when you
let
got a
me
team,
ask y'all some questions.
it's good.
To your point there, because I've never played Battlefield, any of them. I own, I think, a few of them, Battlefield 1 and Hardline. I don't care for just purely multiplayer shooters.
Yeah.
It actually irritates my soul. To Biff's question, did you want to answer that, Risk? Because they have a tomorrow, Biff, through the Sundays. Tomorrow and Sunday, it's open beta for everyone. And then on the 12th through the 17th, 14th through the 17th, it'll also come back for that as well. To answer your question.
It is open. Yeah. So Biff Rinaldi with $2 Super Chat says, "Did you still need a code to get to the beta?" No, you don't. It is open. It's pretty much opened up not long after the show, actually, today. And then we'll just track back real quickly to, and then we'll come back to you, Umbra. Back to, I can't remember who the super. Spree said that blue number can do no wrong, but she can. She often does.
Right. Well, that's just blatantly untrue.
You mean what Riskit said, right? Yes.
Now that we've picked on Holly, Umbra, you were saying.
I was going to ask. See, like, I guess I'll address. I guess I have several questions. I've never played the Battlefields, but to Donte's point, the reason why I couldn't really quite get into COD games is the Twitch shooting. I don't like it, and I don't know. I feel like an old man trying to play it, and I'm like, okay, and it feels like I'm playing against these kids that just run around like, oh, grandpa, get out of the way, just run around. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like the game because every time I play it, all I hear is and I'm dead on the floor. It's like, all right, I didn't even get a chance to move
because you're slow as shit.
It's unentertaining because of that reason. Now, I did play zombies with you all. I enjoyed that. That was kind of cool. I still don't quite understand all of it, but I understood enough where you all helped me out. But in general, I don't care for Twitch style shooters. Halo, as you know, Riz, I love Halo, and this is a sandbox much like Halo. And I've seen gameplay and where you can do all this crazy stuff, and I've seen these dudes jump out of jets in midair and get on the bottom side of it and snipe somebody, and like that sounds dope as hell to me. Like that, I wouldn't mind doing, and because you can pilot all these different, ships and aircrafts and vehicles. So my question would be, I'm sorry about the long-windedness, but the question I would ask is, if this is more squad based, as you all pointed out. Which I had no idea of either, by the way. I had no idea there was like a medic or whatever, and I thought you all just, running around.
Definitely.
Yeah,
so
I
like
had
you
no
have
idea.
You have like Risky was mentioning, you have like an engineer, which a lot of times in most of them it's like you can resupply, or you're the guy who takes down like tanks. You have your assault class, right, which is pretty much you specialize in assault rifles. You're front of the lines, tip of the spear, and then you have like a medic who basically you also you get in combat, but your idea is to kind of keep your team, resupply them with med packs, and then also get other people up, right? So if you get
because there's an infinite number of lives, that's why the medic is
because you're bleeding tickets, right?
Or a finite. Sorry.
So they're like the healer if you were doing a dungeon crawl almost.
Yeah, the idea is to get the reason why I have so many hours in playing Battlefield 4 wasn't because of the idea of like, oh man, like I was good at it, but it wasn't my endorphin rush wasn't the idea of like, oh yeah, I went 30 and yada yada, right, or 40 and
it's
something.
Helping the team.
It was literally like seeing our squad be the top squad at the end, right? See us up at the top of the leaderboard, and seeing the difference in how your squad can impact the way a game is going, where you can see like you're losing tickets, right? And then you're actually capturing objectives. Like if you're playing Conquest, you're actually capturing objectives, and you see how your squad helped turn the game around. It's like the best endorphin rush of showing like how team play is more encouraged compared to like
lone wolf style.
Right? Okay. So like if you love the lone wolf style, that's why COD is perfect for people who want to do that, because it gives you that endorphin rush off of that, right? I find to me Battlefield is more of like what I wanted gaming to be like. Whereas if you're playing in these types of sandbox and open worlds and you're with a team, encourage people to play together. And that's the one game I can say that when playing that in Halo, where if you have a really good team, you can really like lock something down and you guys. This
is why I feel like, to your point, this is why I feel like I could actually get into this, because when we play Halo properly and you do like objective stuff, and you got a squad, like you said, a good squad, oh man, it feels like you said that endorphin after you get everything and you're like, yeah, I might not have got that many kills, but I captured the flag about 8 times, right? Or I did this, whatever. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so that's cool to have that on here for one. And I would absolutely be one of the people who you could rely on to actually play the objective. Other people are like, oh, I'm got to get 80 kills.
Yep.
I'm not trying to do all that.
Or
I
you
just
could
want
be
to
someone
win.
who's like really, really good in vehicles, right? Like, so,
Yeah.
like Steve said right there about getting a good tank crew. Like, if you got someone who's really good at driving tank or really good at driving the helicopter, or
Right.
someone who's really good with air support,
when
like
you-
driving with the jets who can control
When
the
you
skies
get
for your squad.
a good chopper pilot, and
Yeah,
you're like,
dude, you
and
can
you've got him
dominate
flying
a
around the
team.
map.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, can you get in on this dude? He's over here. Like, you mark it up, and then the dude comes in just.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Wait.
And-
So
and
like
then-
when they start off, then Risk, they just start off in the helicopter, or you have to
You
like
can,
earn
you
it?
can.
It loads in, right? It's on the ground in this one though. And before,
Yeah.
like, you would see the menu and it's like first come, first serve. So the people who want to drive vehicles and fly ships, fly helicopters,
Will wait.
etc.,
Yeah.
will wait until one becomes available to jump into it. But I think now this one, they load on the ground and then you kind of go into it. Right?
Okay.
They do.
Do you have
If
to
you're
like
back
beat
at
somebody
your
getting
base-
to it? Sorry, I was going to ask. Do you have to beat someone getting to it, or
Yeah, you do
there's
have
one
to
for
sometimes.
well, yeah. There's
Yeah.
one for your team, one for their team. So, and what does it hold? Like 4 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, holds, yeah,
Right?
the
Yeah.
chopper
A
holds
squad.
4. But there's
And the
also
tank does
Chinooks.
too, I
So,
think.
so like they've spotted Chinooks in some of the trailers. So like you could be picking up a whole bunch of team members and like dropping them off. Like it's just like how it is how you want to play. But if you play your class, which is why I'm so pissed off about the open class thing, it's like don't open up the classes and allow people to swap weapons, because then you're diluting the pool and people will start to play for themselves instead of in a squad, even more than they do outside of your squad.
Yep.
But we had an absolute perler of a game where we were holding down 2 points. We were just running back and forward between 2 points and the call outs, and we were like basically stopping vehicles from entering the map. So me and my son, we both went engineer so that we could just absolutely wax out any vehicles that came through. And then we had a support class backing us up. And we had an assault class as well, like running around the points that we were on, like just cleaning up anyone that was coming through. So like, and then it was just always, you can squad heal. So anyone could heal anyone, bring anyone back to life.
Yeah.
But they have
Just
to be
takes
on your
longer
squad.
if you're not a medic, right? If you're
Just
not a
takes
medic,
longer,
the
right?
res is longer.
Which is
But you
really
can
cool.
drag someone out
Because
of sight, which is cool.
They
now.
promised us in Battlefield 5 that they would have that drag revive mechanic, and they find it. Like, it's been since Battlefield 5 we've been waiting for that. Like,
Yeah.
and we got it. It's finally here. So cool. When you drag a body, there's like blood on the ground. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like
that's
if you
pretty
drag
cool.
someone, it's so good. The graphics in this game are fucking amazing. Even on the Series S when I was playing it, if you go back and look at the stream, like it looks absolutely insane. Yeah, look, this is a game for people who want to work together and aren't worried about, like, if you're not worried about like being top of the leaderboard with kills, this is the kind of game for you. If you're worried about, like, did I keep my squad alive to get the point? Like, then this is the kind of game for you. Like,
And I'm just glad
did I-
that both of them exist, right? Because I'm glad you
Yes.
can get your different endorphin rush. Because sometimes I do want what COD gives me, right? I do want that fast-paced twitch. Let's just get in, keep respawning, get as many kills as we possibly can. And then other times I want the, like, let's actually play together and like come away like, yo, can't believe we pulled that game off, right? We were bleeding crazy tickets, and somehow we managed to turn around and eke it out. Like, I've had games come down to, like, where the opposing one ticket, right? One ticket where you're seeing the thing count down. You're like, oh man, I don't know if we got this particular node, and then you get a capture, and all of a sudden, boom, you win, and you win by one ticket left on the board. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
The
love it.
medic also hands out like health syringes and stuff to the people in
Yeah.
your squad, because your equipment, once you use it, if you don't die and respawn, it's just
One
gone,
time.
right? Yeah,
One
it's a
time for your
one-time
like a med pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting. I have to say, like, to me, it sounds more interesting than COD because one, I haven't played it, so I can't judge it. I can only go by what you all telling me, and I do love the whole what's the word I want to use here? The whole
You will
sandbox
die
style.
a lot, though. You will
I'm
die
sure
a
I will.
lot.
I'm pretty sure I will. But the sandbox style, I like that idea, that style, because that's what Halo is. It's a sandbox. get to do all this experimentation when you play. Like you can pull off some crazy things, stuff like that. I would love to get a chance to try out the jets and all that. So yeah, that sounds really fun. I think I'll actually try to jump in a beta tomorrow. I might try to go ahead and jump in.
We'll definitely do, and I would play with you guys, but we're in a totally different server, so I end up obviously playing with Aussies because otherwise it's ridiculous. Like I'll shoot someone, and then 2 hours later they might die.
I get.
Like what happened? Let me ask. I got a question. I saw this posted on Twitter, and I was like, I don't really quite get the problem, but to me it feels all right because I would have no idea otherwise what the hell hit me. What do you all think about the sniper glint? Is it too pronounced?
It's way too pronounced.
No, it needs to be there though, because it I don't think it is. I think it's right because there's enough distance and like they just hide in the hills, right? And then you don't even know where you were shot from, and they can shoot from a really far distance. So at least it gives you a place to start.
Especially if you're saying that the bullet drop off hasn't been corrected, right? If they haven't like put in bullet drop. So you're just giving snipers like an advantage if that's the case. So the glint's probably the one thing to kind of maybe even that out. So
it is
the problem with the glint. The problem with the glint is it's too much. So when you're like counter sniping, right? If you're trying to counter snipe someone, the glint actually gets in the way of you spotting the target that you're trying to hit. So the glint needs to be there. But it's just at the moment, it's like a fucking like someone's got some crazy floodlight in the distance, just shining it like directly in your eyes. Like
so you just want them to turn it down a little bit.
You got to bring it down. Yeah, the glint needs to be there. Battlefield invented that glint. I think that came in Battlefield 1. I think it was when we first started to see like proper glint, so you could see. Yeah. So you can see them off in the distance. There's a fucking. I love the glint, but it's just way too pronounced.
So you're saying though that the glint from their end when you're seeing it is preventing you from hitting them.
Yeah. Like literally sort of blocks where you'll view it, like how you can see them. You can. It's just distracting.
Wouldn't you just shoot in the general direction, like where the, since you shoot the glint when you shoot into the glint, basically.
You can.
That's what I would think.
I've been sniped while sniping, so
yeah.
I just think it's a. I think Riskit has a skill issue, is what I think.
I just hate that. It's too much.
Revenge is too much.
It is too much. But like I am shit at sniping in this, but like also because I've been trying to figure out the bullet drop, and then I'm starting to realize there's literally no fucking drop here. Like where is the drop? And also there's a sweet spot mechanic. So like if you hit someone in the chest at a certain distance in that sweet spot area, it should be a one-shot kill. But I have no fucking idea where the sweet spot is either. And each sweet spot should be different for each sniper rifle. So it's I don't know if the word is that they brought back that sweet spot mechanic, which I think is great. Like, you know what I mean? Like you've got your medium snipers, you've got your long distance snipers, all that sort of stuff. I like that. But like there's not enough sort of information, and the UI is a mess. Now it's not like I understand the UI because it's a very similar UI to what we've seen like previously, but it is a mess. It's a fucking mess because
is it closer to 4 or is it closer to 2042?
It's closer to 4. It's closer to 5. If you remember 5, it's very similar to 5.
The UI.
Yeah. The UI. But also it's they've got a transparency issue. So like you click on a button, it'll bring up another menu transparent over the top of the other menu. Now you've got 2 transparent fucking menus and you can't read them properly.
And you can't figure out how to get back to the other one sometimes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So like it's got UI issues.
I got two follow-up questions, or one statement, I guess. One question would be then, what was I going to go with this? Oh, the guns, the weapons. With Call of Duty, don't you get like a slight advantage if you get better weaponry? Does that work the same here? Like you can get better sniper rifles than the standard, or is it all even and fair?
No, yeah. Well, in this one, you have to play more to be able to unlock other guns or attachments to those guns. So yes, in the sense that somebody who's been playing a lot longer than you will have a better gun. Right.
Yeah, but there's no like meta weapon. So like this is the thing with fucking COD. Like I always in a COD I use the MP5. Like the MP5 is my go-to.
Even though I'm hearing that the M4 is supposed to be really, really good, that a lot of people are using right now.
So like there's not okay, we'll put it this. There's not supposed to be a meta weapon. And my issue with the balancing at the moment is that they have made some weapons do work a little bit better than others, and laser a little bit better than others, and they've got balancing issues. And there should never be a meta weapon in Battlefield. It should never be like the MP7. Like, is absolutely fucking out of control. Once you get the MP7, it's like, it's the stupidest SMG I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, this is like an assault SMG. So like and they know about it. And the shotguns
just
like,
can kiss my ass. Sorry,
bro,
I'm going to say this. Watching the clips, I'm already upset because I know what it's going to be.
It's so bad.
Any particular map that is going to be a little bit condensed. It's just going to be a bunch of bros waiting for you around corners with shotguns, and that's going to drive me insane.
100%. And they're using them on the battlefield. Like, you literally be like 50 meters away and get shotgun in the face. You're like, what the fuck shotgun is this dude like running? Like,
The man
must
got
have like a
12-gauge
hollow
rifle.
point fucking slug like thing from sniper shotgun.
Yeah, you get the sniper shot.
Yeah, they got to balance.
So the snipers, the shotguns are just too far reaching. Is that what you guys are saying?
It's the meta weapon, and it shouldn't be one.
It shouldn't be.
It is the meta weapon.
But hopefully they got to tone it down just a little bit.
Got some fine tuning to happen. Okay. But so my statement I was going to say is old Vince Zampella. I posted in the chat a while ago. I think, is it fair to say he's maybe like one of the kings of first person shooters? From Call of Duty to this to Apex.
Call of Duty, Titanfall,
talented. Oh
Apex,
Titanfall too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Maybe Microsoft needs to reach out and try to get him on Halo or something. Damn, at this point.
That would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. Yeah. That would work.
He seems to have that magic, right? I mean, like, I'm hearing you guys talk about this, and I'm seeing the results from other people and how they're talking about it. And it seems to be that, as they would say, Battlefield is back. That's what I'm hearing. So, I mean, I don't know.
But it's not hard. This is the thing. Like, once you get the time to death and the time to kill, all that sort of shit, like, right. Like, which is tough, not easy to do. But it's not hard to give the fucking community, told them after Battlefield 1 what we wanted. We all were like, this was great. We love Battlefield 1, but we want this. And they came out with 2042, which was not.
I just feel like everyone is. I feel like no matter what, there's always going to be a segment of people who complain about TTK. Like, you never, it's never ever like, I never see a universal yes, it's perfect, right? You're going to piss off one side or the other. Like, it's too long, it's too short. Like, it's always going to be some group that's going to complain about it. So I don't know.
I don't mind. But match the TTK and the TTD, right? So like, if you're dying heaps quicker than you are killing people, then there's a fucking problem. And at the moment, that is happening. Like, I am dying heaps quicker than I am killing people, which means there's a netcode issue where there's a slight disconnect.
Damn,
it's definitely not a skill issue. I'm sitting at the top of the leaderboard.
What do you think, Holly? Hold on. I actually agree with in-game Hector, who said, I think it's okay to have guns better than others. It adds to the realism as long as they're portrayed properly. And I do think that at the end of the day, if you're talking about, let's just say there's 2 assault rifles, 2 different models, right? And somebody has one and somebody has the other, and one is balanced better, right, than the other. At the end of the day, it's more about it's more about the player than you know what I mean, than the gun, right? So like, if you keep running into somebody who keeps killing you, well, then you need to adapt, right? Because that player is better than you, so you need to figure out, right, a way that works for you to get to them. And I feel
that's never happened to me.
Yeah, obviously there are guns, right, that in every game get a little too out of balance just on the whole, but it's really more about player versus player, and not every player is comfortable with the same type of gun, right? Like, some people are very good at sniping and other people's will total trash with it, right? No matter how good the gun is.
I'm one. I suck at sniping. I'd be trash.
So I'm just saying, right? Like, the idea that the guns are out of tune, like, there might be some very minor tweaking, but on the whole, I think it's okay that like you should be killing me faster than I kill you if you're carrying a shotgun and I'm carrying an assault rifle and we're 15 meters apart, right?
Yeah, no, that completely
those types of things, right? So, and even if there's one AR that is tuned to be just better than the other one, it doesn't mean that if you pick it up and I pick it up, that we're going to be able to use it the same way.
No,
So-
I
We should be.
I
it should
agree
be
with
circumstantial.
you
Like,
in what you're saying.
just give me 2 seconds.
Go for it.
That should be circumstantial because a gun is a tool, and not all tools are used to do the same thing, right? So like a shotgun is going to be like you're up close and personal stuff, right? And then when you get to an assault rifle,
Well, right,
rifle,
but-
some assault rifles should be better over a medium range than other assault rifles that are better over a longer range,
Distance.
right? So that's
Yeah.
so Battlefield has always been that horses for courses. Like, yeah, it's a gun for how you play, not necessarily that one gun is better than the other and there's a meta. Is sort of where Battlefield's normally been.
Yeah, the only thing I care about when it comes to the back to what you said about meta is like I agree with everything you're saying, Holly, and also in game about like yes, certain guns should be better than other guns because that's just the nature of how firearms work, right? You're gonna have a certain rifle that's gonna basically perform better than another rifle depending on its specs, etc. Right? With its shooting, with grain, etc. All that. What I don't like is in the video game though, if one gun ends up completely standing out, that everyone is using it. Right, that's when it sucks because it's the one that's killing everyone fast, and it's like almost like a noob cannon. That's the only part I don't like. I don't like it when it's a meta gun where it's like okay, everyone's using the easy kill gun because they want to be at the top of the leaderboard with kills, as opposed to you know what I'm saying. So you haven't done a good job with the other weapons.
But again, even if everybody is using the same gun, it's about who's using it.
But I'm never gonna go shotgun, Holly. Right?
I went shotgun.
I ain't never doing it, Holly. I ain't never.
But that means that you just have to be more clever with whatever it is that you use that you're comfortable with, right? Work with what you got instead of what you.
What?
You gotta work with what you
Where's
got.
that going? Where was that going, Holly?
You gotta work what you got to get what you want.
Holly's like, I can work with it.
Hey.
Work with what you got. Remember these key words, person, some random person. He's gonna be like, Holly, you told me to work with what I got. What do you mean?
Don't you let,
what do you mean, Holly?
You make Battlefield. Don't let Battlefield make you. That's what I'm hearing.
Look, we've been on Battlefield for a bit, so like I love the game. Thought beta was amazing. Jump in, check it out, try it out. Make sure you're playing with a squad. Like if at some stage, make sure you get in with people who you know, or at least make a friend in the game and play with people that you know, so you get the real feel of Battlefield. If you're just playing by yourself,
we got literally 4 people here. The fuck?
Riskit says he won't play with us because he can't handle a mildly annoying ping.
Yeah.
No, I will not play in a ping that's like 200. Like, it's just not worth. I'm 200 milliseconds behind everyone else that everyone's doing. So
gotcha.
It's like if people are like get out of the way, and I'm still standing there like, oh, Riskit's dead again. I wonder what happened.
It's not that bad.
It's definitely that bad.
Are you afraid of getting? Oh wait, can you shout each other? Can we actually harm each other?
No, thank God,
okay.
because Riskit's team would be.
That's what I was thinking. Exactly. I'm like, is he fearful of getting shot by his teammates the way he does them? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's worried about retribution.
My teammates run into the bullets I'm already firing, and that's their own problem. We're gonna jump on to the next topic. Please hit the like button, share us out. We go live 8 p.m. EST on most Fridays when we can. Microsoft cancels another game, which was the headlining fuck me sideways Xbox stop doing this. So apparently this is not really, and I already know, and I've already seen it on Twitter. It's like, well, it's not actually Microsoft. This is Avalanche, so this is not really their fault. I mean, the blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up. Now, a couple of things on this. So yes, it's been in the works for 5 years. Apparently they missed a milestone, or they came to a milestone, and then they requested more cash to continue to develop the game. And it seems very much like Microsoft said no. And look, so there's a few caveats. I'm just sick and tired of them canceling shit they've already shown us. So I really hope, and it's later on down the track, and I've always argued that in 2020 they didn't have a lot like coming soon, so they had to build some excitement for the hardware. So 100%, that's cool, but I'm really tired of seeing those games get canceled. And Contraband, Perfect Dark. I just know more, guys. Like, push one to completion and get it out the fucking door. But yes, it's taken too long. Yes, they did ask for more money. Yes, they did miss a milestone. And yes, we don't know what the game was like. Like, we don't know if the game was like fantastic or if it's in a poor state or where it's at. And when they cancel a game, you have to assume that they're making the right decision. However, that doesn't mean that I am still a little bit fucking tired of seeing them cancel games that they've announced in 2020 or 2021 because they didn't pan out. So hopefully, internally, they figured out that they need to stop announcing games 6 years out and make sure that they
announce games that are closer to actually to being able to get past the finish line.
When you know that we're in this to the end.
Yep.
That's it.
I agree.
Yep. I hate it. The Todd Howard 6-month window, perfect.
Yep.
And gamers won't care. You don't know what you lost if you never knew it was a thing, right?
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
That's right. So I guess we're all on the same page, because I didn't know if we were going to be, but it seems like we're all on the same page.
Look, I only care for the fact that yes, that's basically somebody's work for 5 years that is no more, right? But I can't be sad about, or I can't be upset about a game I haven't seen anything of. Like, I've seen no trailer, I've seen no in-game assets. I don't know what this game is, right? Except for the little splash of something that they showed us 5 years ago, and even that didn't tell a story, right, as to what it is. So the only other issue I would say that where I give Microsoft smoke is, all right, what is global publishing doing? Because isn't that part of the job to like make sure that that game was on schedule to be able to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only part I would give Microsoft smoke. Yeah, it's like, if you like, what are we doing if you're checking the game and 5 years later it wasn't close enough to be in past the finish line, or if it, if it was in, I don't know if it's in development hell, we don't know. More information needs to come out. But that's the one thing I'm kind of like, okay, it just maybe kind of seems like maybe that is it too much free reign where if you funded the game up to a point and then all of a sudden in year 5 it's like, oh, all right, well, not looking good enough, so we're cutting y'all off. No more money for you.
This was Eidos, or was this Crystal?
Avalanche.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the only part I would give them smoke for that. But from a I'm not going to take your perspective of like, oh my God, I can't believe they canceled Contraband. Like, I didn't know what Contraband was. I can't miss something I never saw and never got hyped for.
So we're on the Contraband discussion, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was on Twitter.
Thank you for paying attention, man.
The Riskit knows I have a long history of this. Where I'll be like, what we talking about? I was twittering. So listen, I actually did see Contraband.
Big Mo says, "You're the weakest link. Goodbye."
Wait.
Talking to you,
did
Umbra.
you see that thing that? Did you see that thing that Mad show?
Yes, I did. I didn't want to throw them out there, but
I'm thinking of two different things. Then are we okay? Is that what's side chat? Because
I'll talk to you later. Because
I wonder if we're talking about the same thing, which I like. This doesn't look great.
Yeah, it was
okay.
I mean, to be fair, it was like beta. It was a beta at that time, like, or I don't know. I guess alpha at that time. Better yet, right? So like everything wasn't implemented. It was all the stuff is not put in and implemented yet, as far as background visuals and things like that and lighting. Like, it's just you get the idea of what it is, and you're in this car rather, and then you can get out of the car much like you would in what's the name of that heist game, Risk? Where you
GTA?
Not GTA, but Payday. Like Payday. So because it's in first person, so you would be in first person after you get out, and so I saw that specifically. I say we. I don't want to throw anybody else who don't want to get jumped in there, but I saw the visual of what it looked like, and it did look interesting. I thought I liked the idea that you plan this heist. The whole idea of you having that 70s, 80s, maybe late 70s music put into there as a soundtrack. It gave me that idea of a James Gunnish kind of take on a story where it's going to be fun, and that's the thought I got from what they quickly gave us with Steely Dan and the trailer and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it just feels sad that, and I said this on Twitter, and I think everyone and their mother knew the game was likely going to be canceled at this point, after we saw nothing else from it, and now all these years, we saw the other games being canceled across the board, as far as not other games, but certain other games, such as one of the that has to be removed from gameplay footage here by you, Risk, with Perfect Dark. And to us, I mean, to most people, we all saw like, okay, the writing is on the wall for Contraband as well. We haven't seen anything. I was holding out hope that maybe next year they could show us something, or maybe late this year, the VGAs. And then you see that pops up. Now, to be fair, they're saying it like it's not quite canceled, as it's put on indefinite hold. That's what it kind of reads like. I just don't know if they're going to go back to it. And I think Microsoft, again, they're kind of cutting their losses when it comes to things they feel are not going to get them immediate, return on investment. So I don't think this game is going to do that for them. And it seems to be that, and unfortunately, that they're aiming towards games that are going to get them that big ROI. And this doesn't seem to fit into that style of what they want now. And that's the problem with Black Hole Games. I think it's affected other games negatively. So yeah, the bad part about it is we won't likely ever get a chance to see this fulfilled. And then it makes me wonder about a few other games as well. Some people were floating the idea about State of Decay 3. I don't think that's in trouble though. I think that's fine. And
it supposedly hit its last metric, which is
did it? Okay,
yeah, that's what the rumor was, that it hit its last metric. So at least as of now, it's safe. But that could all change within a year.
It can change, and I feel more confident in that because they have the newly branded studio. They got the new logo. They got like new people they brought in with that team. So I kind of feel like, would Microsoft do that? But yeah, Microsoft would do that. So I'm not certain either. You know what I mean?
There's a way to look at this to say like that maybe Microsoft is sort of tightening up on its management, right? Like whereas they've basically just been very laissez-faire and like you guys, have like 10 years to develop whatever the hell you want. This could be them going like we've got layoffs, we've got to hit targets, and we need our studios to actually start hitting their milestones. And if you're not going to hit your milestones, you're not going to get funding. So you guys need to do your job. There is a way to look at it like that as well, but it's just disappointing when we see stuff from 2020, 2021 get canceled, man. You built the hype for the box, and then now it feels like you whenever this happens, it's like you're stomping out that hype. That little candle just gets snuffed out. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Holly in terms of like if they would do better with releasing announcing games closer to release when they know that it's kind of close to the finish line. I think the issue that we had for like games like Contraband being announced is because at the time it was like they needed to make a splash, right? Because all the narrative was Xbox has no games, so they probably had like everything that was kind of in the pipe that they thought looked kind of flashy or had promise. It was kind of like, look, we got to keep them enticed with something. But I think now if you're getting to this point where you're a pretty large publisher and there should be hopefully enough games still in the pipeline that, now maybe you can be a little bit more selective in terms of only announcing stuff that's coming closer to fruition, as opposed to, giving us a splash of an idea of this is what a game is. And then 2 years later, you're canceling it like we see with Perfect Dark and then now Contraband.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 100%. And yeah. I don't think anyone can deny that in 2020 they had to come out hard, and in 2021 and then follow it up with that big 2023. But yeah, they just need to get a little bit smarter with how they're announcing and as well who they invest in. They've always had a bit of an issue investing in third-party developers and those developers not delivering. We go all the way back to Scalebound, so and fuck Platinum, piece of shit studio. I'll never play anything from them again. We do need to move on to the next topic. He called people cockroaches that speak English. Like, what the fuck?
He sure did. Yeah, I don't blame you. Let me ask though, just to the question of this, because it feels like we're kind of just talking about it. Like, yeah, it's just canceled, whatever. Like, does anyone feel disappointed? Like, because it feels like we're kind of blasé about it.
I do.
No. I mean, I feel disappointed for like the studio that again dedicated 5 years towards it, and I feel disappointed that I feel like, well, what is it, because that's global publishing, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So I feel like, well, what could you have done to make sure that thing was on track? So that's where my disappointment comes in.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't feel disappointed in terms of like, dang, I was really, really hyped for this game, and that sucks you canceled it because I didn't see the game. So that's the blasé part, right? I'm not hyped for something I didn't actually witness and see to have gotten hyped about. But
That's
I can't
fair.
be disappointed in the fact that people put a lot of work into something for 5 years and now it's gone. And the fact that global publishing seems to be doing who knows what.
Mm-hmm.
I was interested
Holly?
in this game. I'm actually more surprised that this got canceled than Perfect Dark, because we haven't heard anything from Avalanche. You haven't heard like, oh, there's some problems going on over there, right? Like, yeah, about the company, anything. Whereas the Initiative, how many times did we hear this person left, this person left, all of the executives except the top guy left, or you know what I mean? It was all over the place. It took them like 3 years, 4 years to actually have like a semi-consistent or mostly consistent,
Stable.
like just
yeah.
leadership and staffing at the Initiative. So of course there was no game being worked on with all of that going on, or at least nothing that of like full tangible accountability, right? So I was shocked when we even got the trailer last year for that game, and I thought, okay, well maybe it is gonna, you know, kind of go along. But given that the Initiative is 10 years in, it took them half of that just to get like staff that works together functionally. Like, it's not surprised, right?
Yeah, because like
this
what
is
they
I
had
am.
Daryl Gallagher at first, and then what a year
Mhm.
or two into it, then Gallagher's gone, and it's kind of like, all right, that's not a good sign. And this is
Yeah.
supposed to be your quadruple A studio, whatever the case
Where
is
you
that
were
they
put
calling
in to
it.
be like, build what you want.
Right.
Here you go, right?
Yeah, that didn't last long.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Gallagher was there till the end. Gallagher never left.
It was the
You
other
talking
guy.
about that?
What's
The
his
ex-head
name?
of
With the
Crystal
glasses.
Day. Yeah, Gallagher stayed the entire way through. Magnum, he said, just wait till Fable is cancelled. And oh boy, that's going to be a fun day. That's not happening, brother.
That's the talk on Twitter. People are saying, do you think State of Decay 3
I think
or
people
Fable?
want.
You
I
know?
think people are willing and wanting that one too. The only thing I can think that can cause that to happen is if it's getting too far over budget,
That's
and
not,
if they're having issues with you know, like
It's not
developing it within the Forza engine.
It's
That's the
not
only thing I can
happening.
see. But I would be upset about that one
I
because
would be
I've
very
seen
upset with
enough
that. Yeah.
to get me hype, and for you to turn around and cancel it, that would piss me off.
They did an
That's their big
entire
budget to play,
direct
man.
about it. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, they're way too deep to cancel it, even if it does have some problems.
I agree. Plus, it's Playground. Playground has such a pedigree and
Yeah.
I guess place in Xbox now in the games publishing. Like, there's no way in the world they're going to cancel this. They're one of their premier studios.
They
No
bet
way.
not.
There's
No
not.
way. I don't see it. Also, I mean, all of you all hit it on the head. I mean, it's been well developed. Playground knows what they're doing. They're, you know, they're trusted as putting out those games. I would wonder though, and I said this before, would the game be launching next gen instead of this gen? Because
And
that's
it
what
looks,
it seems like it's leading to.
it
What, you
apparently
talking
looks very, very
Fable?
good behind the scenes.
Yeah, Fable.
Fable, yeah, it'll be
maybe
but
cross
it'll be
gen,
2026.
It
Yeah.
better be cross-gen because I
Possibly
think you need to be
cross-gen.
able to sell that in as many places as possible. And if you just cut off like the people who currently on the Xbox Series X,
Yep,
that wouldn't be a good idea.
I agree.
Yeah. I heard they're struggling.
They'll have it on PC and everything, but yeah.
I heard they were struggling dealing with the Series S. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Here
Joke.
you go.
It's a joke.
Here you
I'm
go.
kidding.
I wouldn't be surprised actually, but yeah, but yeah, I mean, because the game looks like a stunner. When I saw it, I'm like, I couldn't. I mean, most of us were like in disbelief on how it looked. So that's what first led me to the thought of, is this really for this gen or next gen? And I mean, but we have
Totally.
seen some stunners made this gen that didn't seem like it could possibly land here either.
Well, listen,
Hellblade, for instance.
Here's the thing with the whole exclusive thing is like you know, the S holding shit back, whatever. Like, but if you've got to then develop Fable and you're like launching on PlayStation, because Cygnus in the chat said the only thing that motivates Playground games is PlayStation, which is 100% not true, and it's a bit of a stupid thing to say. But if you've then got to develop for the PlayStation as well for launch, and they've had to push that back to 2027, and I get the game a year later because they've got to spend time. You know, it's about 6 months to a year to port a game. Like, they've got to spend 6 months to a year to port a damn game. If I found that out, I would be absolutely pissed. Like we've been waiting for that game since 2020. We're at 2025 now. I expect to see that game next year. Like that game needs to be launching next year. So I'd be very, very disappointed if that's not at the back end of the year, I have to say. And I'll probably have something to say about it, even though sometimes I upset the Xbox fanboys. But they'll get over themselves.
Yeah, they're gonna be on your neck for sure.
Oh yeah,
you're prepared.
100%. I already had one on my neck yesterday, for not being able to deal with facts. But anyway,
I got to hear more of this.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you later on. We're gonna move on to the next. So before we do, please hit the like button, share us how we go live 8 p.m. EST every Friday that we can. PS6 console. We're already talking about this. They've just released the Pro, and we also got the statistics for how many they've sold through. No, it's not actually for how many they've sold through. It's actually for how many consoles they have supplied retailers. That 80 million figure is how many consoles they've supplied retailers. And on top of that, this is what I've been pretty quiet on Twitter because I'm having a bit of I'm sick of Twitter and just the trashy cesspool that it is moment. However, people don't seem to, me and Mona were talking about this the other day. People don't seem to understand that they are counting some of these 80 million consoles. Some of those are PSVR 2s and some of those are portals. They count them as consoles. So some of your 80 millions are not just the PS5 and PS5 Pro console. They are PSVR 2s and they are portals. Whatever percentage that is, I don't know. I would tend to think it's in the 60 mil, sort of 20 mil sort of figure. But yeah, I found that really odd that no one says this on Twitter. I'm like, someone get out there and fucking say this because I can't be bothered with the bullshit. But no one has. But I just thought I would say that because it's crazy that we forget this. So the PS6 console specs were released. And I'll just go through and read them out verbatim. And I'm going straight to Holly because I know she's a tech girl. Holly's like, what the fuck? PS6 console, the chiplet design with some mention of possibility of utilizing Navi 5 desktop chiplets. Don't know what they are. Backwards compatibility to PS5 and PS4 generations. They should have that, and they should also go all the way back to PS3. I mean, that shouldn't even be a thing that we have a discussion about. Heavy emphasis on cost constraints and keeping the power lower than the PS5. That's power. When they say power lower than the PS5, they're talking about the actual power draw. Manufacturing plan for mid-2025, early 2028 release date. 160 watt TBP, 8 times Zen 6 or later cores. RDNA 5 compute units, 3 gigahertz plus, 160 bit or 190 bit bus with a GDDR7 RAM. That's really important. That's your SDS. Sorry, that's your SSD. And we know that when you go out to buy a PC, that is, you focus completely on the SSD. Nothing else matters. It needs to have fast SSD, and then it runs everything. That's exactly how it works. Hey, Umbra. So rasterization and performance estimated to be 3 times the PS5. It's crazy that the PlayStation guys just focused on a fucking hard drive. It's like, it's an SSD. It's so fast. It can run everything. It can run the entire system. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck?
I've heard some of the craziest things come from my Who brothers' mouths, from the SSD being only capable on PlayStation. PC can't do it.
Remember that one.
You remember that?
Remember, it can only load this in, what was Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank.
It can only load this because of the fact of the SSD.
Yeah. And then the dreaded, the PS5 Pro is more powerful than a 4090 or as powerful. It's like, come on, y'all. Like, come on.
Guys,
back to life, back to reality.
Doing too much.
But it's crazy that people will just say, like, that is the dumbest shit, and then those very same people will go and be like, they'll see something and be like, oh, that's dumb as shit. It's like, bro, you like, your threshold for dumb as shit is high as fuck, and like, you need to just shut the fuck up. I honestly, I wish Elon would go through and just start wiping out some of these dudes.
Problem is he's enabling all the damn bots on the damn app. I think it's something like 50% more like bots on this damn
80.
thing now.
It's 80%.
Oh, come on. Sheesh.
So the estimates for bots on Twitter is about 80%.
That's
But all
ridiculous.
social media, all of them have bots because it keeps engagement flowing. So you've got these
that should
bots
be outlawed.
constantly.
That should be outlawed.
Yeah.
That should be regulated or something. Like that's
100%.
ridiculous.
100%, man.
I'm arguing with a damn bot is telling me off and cursing me out and calling me all type of N-words. What the hell? I need a real
Tim
human to do this. Not give me the real human, damn it. Give me the real.
Tim Dog's having a real problem. Tim Dog left Xbox to go to PlayStation to feel the pain again.
Damn.
That is horrible. That is horrible. The Tim Dog effect.
Hey,
I love Tim Dog.
Since he shed Xbox, he shed the weight too. I don't know. Maybe the shackles are off his feet. I don't know.
Yeah. No shade to Tim. I love Tim. Tim's a fucking great guy. He really is actually a good dude. Back to the specs. So 3N. Look, basically, very much from what I can see is that it's a bit of an underpowered launch for this PS6 is what's happening, and then we look to I think it was the investor call the other day where they stated that they were going away from a hardware focused business and starting to focus on software. And putting their software wherever the players are and starting to look at MAUs.
They don't care about sales?
They don't care about hardware sales. They're starting to swing to a more, it seems that Xbox, this is a bit of a shift, I think, for PlayStation. And I have to laugh. I absolutely have to laugh because, and it's not just because I'm a fanboy, but I just watched I saw the Xbox meltdowns, right? Then I saw the PlayStation guys just having fucking a field day, absolute field day, winding everyone up on Twitter, and then come to find out, turn around and hey, we're doing the same thing, man. And I honestly have to laugh that all these guys who were talking that shit are now just and credit to them. There's a lot of these guys who have stuck to their guns. So, I will even say Nick on Twitter, he's stuck to his guns, man, and he's been giving PlayStation the smoke ever since. I've even seen Red Dragon give PlayStation smoke over this. So I will give credit to all these guys who stick to their guns and give the smoke where the smoke is due. But some of these guys like Chris Hart and some of these other smaller accounts, you just see absolutely breaking down, not able to
Chris Hart's in the chat.
Oh, is he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Shout out Christopher Hart. You still hurting over there? I know you're hurting. Wherever you are.
These guys fucking melting down. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. And I will say again, I will say it again. My opinion will not change. And just because a corporation changes the way that they fucking do things, exclusives are important to a platform. Doesn't matter what platform you fucking run. If you have a content business that provides content, you need to have exclusive content to provide to your people. Otherwise, there's no fucking point being there. If Disney, Netflix, and Prime all did the same shit, you wouldn't have 4 subscriptions. You would just have 1. And eventually the rest of them will go away and you would end up with a monopoly. That's how the market will fucking work if this happens. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to see what the hell happens and how they differentiate themselves and all that sort of stuff. Great to see the meltdowns. This is why you shouldn't be such a dick online. I'm loving it. But also
just to toss it out there.
Or in chats. Or in
chat. Just to toss it out there, though, Risk. I mean, there are things they have to differentiate, right? What are the things they can offer, to your point, if they don't have exclusives to run to? So PlayStation is going to do a staggered release, more than likely, right? 6 months to a year. That's what they've been doing already for PC. I expect it to kind of continue and maybe shorten to 6 months and eventually day and date. I know our Hoover brothers don't want to hear it, but it's coming at some point, I believe. I don't know if it'll be next gen necessarily, but it'll happen. I believe I went on record saying the end of next gen is when it would happen. That's what I believe I said. So
I'm on record with Wolverine, bro. Wolverine will be a day-and-date release on PC.
Yeah, you have said it many times, and I've heard other people saying it now. I've heard other people saying it will land on Xbox and PC. But my thing of it is what can they differentiate? So price, right? So now we're talking about these specs here, and to your point, the rumored specs have Xbox being a bit more powerful from the cores and everything else. So like you said, the Xbox has 11 core Zen 6 processor. and of course 68 core RDNA 5 GPU. And so PS6 is saying it has 8 core Zen 6 and 40 and 48 core RDNA 5. Both seem to have, both have GDDR7. So like it's going to be, on paper, it seems that the next Xbox will be more powerful. And I think we've all said this, where we don't expect them to do the cost cutting anymore. You're going to get like basically a high end, or at least I guess not high. I don't want to say high end. Let's say a mid end, mid tier PC basically is what you're going to be getting, because PCs are, I mean, you can go so ridiculous, and I don't expect these things to be hitting the 50 series performance. You know what I mean? But
I know what D-Batch does. Sorry.
Is that what he believes now?
Oh, D-Batch thinks the PS6 is going to be a 6080. Yeah, 6080 Ti Super.
Is that what he said?
No, but you could believe it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he would say some shit like that.
I did believe it. I thought you were being serious. I was at the pause. Like, did he say that? But it's funny. But, I mean, the thing for me is I think you can kind of see where they're aiming. PlayStation, now Cygnus said 600. I don't think there's any chance in hell, Cygnus, that they're going to land at 600 for the next PlayStation.
Not even close.
I think if you get you 700 for the Pro, there's no way they're going to go to 600 for a more powerful console. That's a pipe dream. I think you're going to have to get past that and start saving right now. Matter of fact, because
He's playing with that pipe.
Wait. So do we think both of them are going to go high end in terms of like, sub $1,000 machines? And I say that they're no longer catered towards the entry level.
Yep. We've said this before. Me and Riskit have been going on record way in the past saying that after we saw when I saw the PS5 Pro price, 700, I'm like, there's no way in the world next gen is going to be under 700. They're going to be at least starting, right?
I was saying that before. So this whole, like, now it's a common thing that everyone's been saying, but I said very early on that Microsoft would not be doing a loss leading console. Very fucking early. Right. I'm like, I don't think these guys are going to be going loss leading. And because of that, I always thought like we're hitting the 800 mark, like well before the Pro. I'm like, I'm pretty fucking sure we're going to be having consoles in America around about 800, maybe even 900. Like you're going to get like very expensive consoles that are powerful. But what's interesting about the Magnus APU that the Xbox is using is it's quite iterative, right? So they're more of an iterative sort of console. So I'm wondering, and I was told directly by Ron Howard. Why am I saying Ron Howard?
He talked about his next movie too, or what?
Hey, Ron. I was told by Jason Ronald that they did look at modular consoles, but I can't remember exact reason why, but it wasn't working out that they could do it. But it'd be very interesting to see if they're going to go very iterative, both of these, how you're then going to price your second SKU, or are you going to go modular and be able to upgrade your console? Like, what's if they're going to go iterative? If you're talking about PlayStation, and you're talking about Xbox, and we're talking about them having iterative phases approach instead of a generational approach. They have this, the Pro, the this, the that, and just keep going. How are you going to price? How are you going to price those? Like, how is that going to work? Like, because for people like me, I'll be selling consoles hand over fist, man. Like, buy one, have it for a month, new one comes out, sell that one, get the next one. Like how does that work? Because I'm curious, because the word on the street is that Microsoft's starting to look at more of a phase approach to their consoles.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I mean, the thing
what do you mean by a phase approach to the consoles, bro?
So I guess not modular is not the word, but bringing those SKUs close together. So you've got like your Xbox, then you've got your next Xbox that's got similar sort of parts. So maybe a modular design. Yeah, but the word that's coming out of the rumor that's coming out is they're looking at a phase approach as opposed to generations. So I guess, like, what does that mean?
Wait, does that mean I'd be able to like upgrade the video card
modularly? You would, if it's modular, you know what I'm saying? You would, yeah. And I think that might be the case because it seems like it's going to be more PC bound, right? So modularly, you could change out the innards. I would think the phase thing is less generations, more having different SKU options, right? Because we already know about the third party OEMs. That's the thing I think they're going to be doing. I don't know if Microsoft themselves will offer it. It will be third parties that will offer it at the same time, and you might have builds that
so
you
this is
might
the
be able to
thing.
buy.
That Magnus APU is not it's not an APU as in a traditional sense, which is consoles have always combined the GPU and the CPU together, right? Like on the same die. This is a GPU and a CPU separately.
Oh,
So
okay.
could you then upgrade? Like, could you then just modularly go, the next
I want
iteration
the
of
next
this,
to whatever card to put it in this? Yeah, that
right?
would be
that'd be
really
pretty
interesting.
dope.
That'd
be pretty dope
damn
until it
interesting.
gets to the point where like the graphics card is crazy as what Nvidia's charging for like RTX cards right now.
Well, if it's going to be bespoke, I still have not bought a memory stick for the Xbox because like that thing's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like that thing's like $200 or something like that. Man. Like, you guys are stupid with that price. Man.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's the case, but I mean, like, hey, if we've got modular consoles, right, and there's going to be the opportunity to upgrade your GPU and your CPU as you go, and they launch the console at 1,000, or 1,500, right, American, and it's like 3080 level. And they're like, but what we're doing is we're going to iterate on this console and we're going to provide you with different parts that you can upgrade it in. And the next part will be, in the $500 realm or whatever. You buy your GPU and then you've got a 4090 Xbox, or then you've got a 5090 Xbox or a 5080 Super Ti Xbox. Like, then I can really see these console prices sort of shooting through the roof if this is what they're doing. But there was rumors of this back before the Series X consoles, and like I said, I mean, Donte, you were there, Holly, you were there. I don't know if you guys remember me asking about that, but he was pretty adamant that they looked at the modular route and that they weren't going to go down it. But now this rumor again seems like they're re-looking at what they can do with this, and I think this puts PlayStation in a bit of a position, to be honest. Like, very interesting, man. Like this whole thing, I was sitting there, like, where do we end up if both of these companies start becoming third-party publishers, right?
Yeah.
So what happens to hardware? What happens to consoles? Like, do we end up with like one becomes more powerful, one becomes more popular, the other one doesn't sell, they stop making that other one, and then we end up in a monopoly? That's another concern.
I don't think Sony is in a position to do that. Microsoft is set to do it. Sony they rely more still on their hardware. It's a different situation. But I would ask this because I looked at the comparable specs, and they're saying that the specs for the PS6 is comparable to a 4080, which is damn good. I got a Super, right, and Holly as well. It's powerful. So if the next PS6, if the next PS6 PlayStation is that, and the Xbox is maybe probably a 4080 Ti or something like that, right? Or Super, I guess, in this case. Super, because it's 4080 for the PS6. That's damn good for one, because that takes console gaming to that next step that we were not getting before, right? Like now it challenges my PC. Now I'm like, okay, do I need a PC for that reason? I say this excitedly because people should be hyped. In my honest opinion, I know it's going to cost. I'm wondering where Sony will try to cap it at. Microsoft is kind of going on record saying they're not subsidizing. So I expect a more powerful console to be pricey. I expect them to hit the 800 to 900 to maybe 1,000. Let's say 800 to 1,000 range. I'm just wondering how Sony will price it out, because there's no way in the world.
A little birdie,
100 to me.
A little birdie landed on my shoulder the other day and said something which you've just reminded me of, Umbra. And I'm like, he did not say that. Is that true? And now I have to ask you live on air. Did you say that you would be buying the next PlayStation?
I don't think I did. No, I don't recall saying I would.
You didn't say that?
I don't think I did. I'm torn because I barely touched the PlayStation. Right now, people will say you don't touch the Xbox either, but I would have a reason to go back to Xbox because I have so many games on Xbox, third party and first party. PlayStation, I only use them for their exclusives. But if I can get your games now 6 months, before it hits PC, there's no way in the world I'm getting a PlayStation.
This is why I thought it was weird. I just did not that would say to me that you wouldn't have faith in the third party sort of machinations of PlayStation, like what them saying they're going to go third party basically is exactly what they said, just in corporate speak.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to buy. I'm a console guy, and I'm not going to buy a PlayStation because I think that they're probably going to start doing this whole like 2 years down the track. I'm going to end up with the better version, the upgraded version of whatever PlayStation game it is that they stop selling on their their console. So, not even I am looking at the next PS6. I have to say. Yeah. So I thought it was weird when someone said to me that you were talking about buying a PlayStation. I'm like, the dude's got he's got a PC that he constantly talks about.
Yeah, the only way that I would get in the next PlayStation again is if they were again, go back to the exclusive part. If they were exclusive and I could not get them on PC, 9 times out of 10 the game will be there on PC, even if it's 6 months later. Now I'm at the point I don't need the PlayStation for that, and I'm not saying it to shade it because I don't need the Xbox for it either.
Yeah, maybe both of them are recognizing like the console space is kind of like at peak saturation. So like in terms of like, the people who are I'm going to play on Xbox are pretty much going to buy, the amount of Xboxes that are going to sell. And then the people who are on PlayStation who are never going to buy an Xbox to play the Xbox games, but these games will come to the PlayStation. Even PlayStation knows that by making this announcement, they will still release hardware and will still at least get that crowd again, right? So nothing changes in that regard. But what they do pick up is now games, if they can get them onto PC and Xbox, that they never were going to pick up for people who are never going to cross over and buy the PlayStation, right? So it's like, you're at this peak saturation. You're not gaining any new customers. You're like, just kind of trading off the same thing. And you're just at the point of like, okay, well, where can we make the most money? It's software, and we need to put it in as many places as we can. Where the entrenched camps are still going to say, okay, I want to play that game. I'm just not going to go purchase your console to do it because of cost or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Question, Sea Wolf Swim, like this is one that's always asked is GTA. What about GTA? And because some people doubted me, they're like, yeah, but you're going to get FOMO for GTA. Well, I still got an Xbox. I still got a PlayStation. I can get it on either one. I'm going to likely get it on Xbox because I want my achievements. So I'll get GTA on Xbox, Sea Wolf Swim. But that's like the only thing that is keeping me holding these consoles is that I have to play. Like that won't come to PC immediately, and I'm not going to have FOMO for GTA. I want to play that, right? That's it. But I'm finding less and less reason to be like, I gotta have a console. But
what other game is like coming to console that's not coming to PC?
Nothing.
There's literally not a single game.
Yeah,
so it's
nothing.
The only one.
And even GTA is coming to PC. The problem is I just want to get it now, right? That's the only thing. If I can get past that part, then consoles are done for me.
Well, with these changes that Xbox and PlayStation are doing, where they're not focusing as much on hardware, even a publisher like Rockstar is going to have to kind of change and say, well, maybe we're not going to make our focus first on console, and we need to make sure we're coming out the gate with PC. Yeah,
that's a good point. Maybe they might change too.
Right.
Let me ask y'all this, and because I want to get Holly, who's been sitting there stoically. And she's like, I do not want to talk about this shit.
I'm so tired of every week talking about the next console. I don't give a what. It's years away. Speculation.
It's not. It's next year. Next year.
I don't care. It's all speculation. When they announce something, then I'm interested in talking about it. Otherwise, I don't care.
Let me throw this at you, and I'll start with you, Holly, and everybody else. Yeah. What if they offered the next Xbox? Well, I'm no Riskit, you're going to get it, all right? But let's say for us who have a PC option, and Donte, you probably would get it because you prefer console experiences, right?
Yeah.
But let's say the next PlayStation is, let's say it's starting out 800. Is that a breaking point for you to say, I'm not getting that? And Riskit, I don't even know what that would be for you over there. What would that be, like 1,300 for you or something? I don't know what the hell.
$2,000 reduce.
Oh,
no,
damn.
It's not 2,000. Not 2,000.
No. So no, for me, no,
12.
because I'm that guy who wastes money. So for me, no, right? But like, if the strategy has changed, and let's say they do start announcing games that are going to be coming to pretty much all platforms, right? Let's say it's PC, Xbox, and obviously PlayStation,
Right.
then yeah, I'll get whatever probably the next Xbox is, because I prefer most of my games are already in that ecosystem. I prefer the controller, so I'll get that, and then I'll just still purchase PlayStation games either through the PC or through the Xbox, which I'm pretty for sure the same thing the PlayStation fans are going to do, right? The ones who prefer to play on PlayStation, they'll be like, oh, I'll play these Xbox games, but I'll play them when they release on my PlayStation, right? So I stay with the hardware I prefer, the controller I prefer, but I can still play the games and then and enjoy the games that I think look interesting that studio is making on the Xbox side, and then vice versa for Xbox fans playing PlayStation games. So that's most likely to do. I'll end up getting whatever the Xbox is, unless again, like hardware would have to really do something to differentiate to make me be like, oh, this is why I need to get it, right? But if you're not standing out above whatever the next Xbox is, and the games will be available between a couple different avenues between Xbox and PC, then you're not enticing me to say I have to purchase your next PlayStation.
Makes sense.
Holly,
What?
Holly, is 800 a breaking point for you?
I've kind of been toying with selling the PlayStation that I do have.
Damn.
What
about your VR?
Yes,
that
yeah.
should
Because
have been going a long time
In the
ago.
box, you get extra for it being in the box.
it just
The PSVR, you want to sell that one too?
She's
So
tired of us.
I'm tired of you.
She's like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sorry. Well, no. Why would you sell it? I'm really curious.
Because I haven't turned it on since Astrobot.
Same.
And I mean, I love Astrobot. I'm really glad that I got to play that. That was my game of the generation, last generation. But I mean, and my other big problem is I get, okay, this is so dumb, right? But with PlayStation and their horrible save system, right? Like your game saves, right? I pay for their outrageously priced PS Basic Plus, whatever that's called. I don't remember the tier names, right? And it's $90 or whatever it is a year just to say there's a PlayStation account saving my saves that I turn on once a year. I haven't turned it on this year yet, and it'll be a year since Astrobot, right, in September. And I think there is some new Astrobot content that I want to turn on and go play. But like, they've given me such little incentive to go turn the thing on that I'm just like, well, should I sell it? I don't know, right? Like, and I like to keep my old consoles, but I don't necessarily see a reason for having it. But then, especially when,
Hey,
like,
I'm your Huckleberry. If you sell that thing.
And I have the D brand black plates that are low profile, all of that.
Holla
right?
at me.
Like,
if you're gonna sell it, holla at me, because I've been thinking like I want to pick one up, right? But I just don't want to pay the full boat for it. So
yeah, especially since they went up in price and all that, right? Yeah,
right.
I don't know. I'm like, I bought the D brand plates. I've got the VR thing I need to try out eventually. Like, and I do want to play that Thief game that came out, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I have several controllers. I don't know. I'm just like, I already spent the money. It's sitting there. It's fine. But like, when I think about, and usually every generation, I want to have both consoles. That's it, right? But now that I've gone so heavily into PC, like, I got God of War, like Riskit. I got God of War for free or for like $6 or something the other day on PC. So I'm gonna play that soon. And
let's go.
I got Ghost of Tsushima. I got Death Stranding for free. I got, you know what I mean? Like, I have all these games that I want to play and I want to get into. And I'm just like, I don't care that I didn't play them when they came out. So does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, that's even less of incentive for me to have a PlayStation.
Is there going to be an exclusive though coming? This, because I'm having the same battle as well. And I'm like, is there an exclusive that I'm thinking of that's coming down the line from PlayStation that I need to keep the PlayStation for? And I honestly can't think of one.
I know.
So Riskit, that goes against your point. You were talking about exclusives mattering, but you can see it's diminishing. It's starting to get diminishing returns for you.
But they don't have a roadmap, dude. There's no exclusives.
That's true. To be fair,
that's his point. That's his point. There are no games, right? Yeah. So I don't know. Like
they got with the ball-headed lady, they got that coming. The space game.
The Intergalactic.
Yeah,
I am excited about that. I'm excited about that.
Me too. That one looks cool.
Same. Yeah,
it looks good. But this just my point is like if I'm thinking about the PlayStation this gen like that, I can think of it would be very hard. I've never been a person who's like I need to go buy a console because this one game, right? This one game once I need to go spend $600 with tax, right? To buy a console. It's not. But
that happened to me once.
But I am glad I had it for Astrobot. Like so glad I had it for Astrobot, right? And there's been a couple other games that I've played this gen, but not many. Not many. So then I think, well, would I pay $800 for a PlayStation? I don't think so. I think I just wait. Yeah. And I would buy an Xbox because I have a large Xbox library. Now, if they could make every single game that I own on my digital Xbox library an Xbox PC game, then I don't know that I would buy a Xbox either.
What?
I would.
That's what they're working toward. They're working.
But I would be more likely to buy one for convenience to have a quick on any TV or to travel with or something like that.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's the show. I'm fucking out of here. If we're not buying Xboxes anymore, then
you know me though. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Like Donte, it's funny, right? Because I'm listening to the two of you talk about buying both consoles next gen, and I'm like, that's the price of a pretty decent PC. If you're buying both of those, you're buying a nice PC.
Yeah, that's just true.
But if all the games are everywhere, maybe I get that with the convenience of a console for whichever route either of them go, and I get all the games, so it doesn't matter. It's just picking which convenience you care more about.
Well,
I have to admit, I am looking at a PC. I am looking at PCs.
What?
What? This why?
What?
Let me tell you why.
Hold on. What did I just hear?
The reason I'm looking at PC is because every time I boot this fucking MacBook thing up,
Mac's trash.
I do a test on it to check the stream, and I'm like, everything's working. Camera's good. This is good. That's good. Audio's good. Everything's great. Let's roll. Let's go. I boot it up, and the thing's like camera freezes. Fucking the gameplay's not coming through.
He turns it on. It's like, all right, let's go.
Oh, this is such a glorious day. Yeah. This is such a glorious day.
Every time.
Why don't you just get a Windows-based piece?
That's crazy. Why don't you just boot Windows on the Mac? You can boot Windows into it.
Do that too, yeah.
You can do no, man. If you do that, that just absolutely chokes out your CPU. It's not. It's not a good thing to be doing. You may as well. You may as well just get the desktop set up. Now, if I get one, I'm gonna get the biggest, baddest bad boy I can get, and I will never game on it. I'm telling you now. I just
he said that. But what he's gonna do is he's gonna run into a game that's only on PC, and he's like, "This is one game. Just this one game. It's only on PC. Just this one game.
I can get these extra frames in the full settings if I just turn on this PC. I gotta do it."
And then he's gonna say, well, shoot, loading a game on PC is way easier than I thought it was going to be, and it's actually not a big deal. But I can't tell Umbra.
Yeah, he's gonna try to keep it under. He's gonna hide himself. You know how you can hide like if you're online. He's gonna hide himself and then play the games on PC.
You know, Riskit, I'm a little disappointed that you didn't play the music chime once you start mentioning PC. You didn't hold it.
You need to chime yourself.
You got to
there you go. Embracing it.
There you go.
Yeah. No, it's because every time I boot up this Mac, something goes fucking wrong with the damn thing, man.
Mac's trash.
Honestly, but like it's literally a MacBook Air that runs the show that can do some crazy shit, man. But like the amount of cords that I got plugged into the back of this thing through a dock, like I'm surprised that I'm not surprised it's choking itself out. Like it's ridiculous.
Just get
I
you,
need to
just get you a nice little upgraded PC, Windows based, hopefully.
$8,000 PC. Yep, straight up.
I
That's
mean,
the.
and also game on it instead of just using it
I will not game on it.
instead of being principled
you
for no
will.
reason.
Oh yeah, you.
Never
You
gonna
will.
game on
It's
it.
going to happen.
You may as well.
Never gonna game on it. I'm never gonna play on PC.
It's gonna
Never
happen.
gonna game, never gonna game, never gonna game, never gonna game. I don't know why. Like, what's holding you back from doing it though? Is it just principalities? What's up with this? I mean, if you
I
got a
don't like
nice
PC
and
people.
high end PC that you might
Guys
need
are all
to-
assholes. Really, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
You might
You
as
see how
well
it starts.
My PC has the 4090 with the TI and the whole
I get all the frames on my
I
machine.
have all the frames in my.
Oh, you're on the 40 series, I see.
Peasants.
Yeah, I'm at 60.
Mm.
Oh, a connoisseur.
I
Well
remember
met,
the
sir.
40 series fondly.
Wait,
In
so
my
wait,
wonder
Holly,
years.
are you mainly playing on PC right now?
I
Or are you
decided
50-50?
I'm kind of 50-50 right now, but I decided that about 6 months ago, every purchase that I make from now on is going
Has to
to
be
be on
that-
PC.
that,
It's going to be on PC.
That dual
What?
play anywhere option? Doesn't
Holly,
have to play any-
No,
play anywhere
I
feature?
won't. I'm not buying from the Windows store, the Microsoft
Oh, you're gonna do Steam.
store. Yeah, or Epic. I do Epic a lot because Epic has 20% cash back. So I buy a $60 game and they give me $12 back. So
see what you've done, Phil. See
Mm.
what you've done.
Mm.
You've divided us.
We all used to be one and the same, and now we are separate.
Separately.
Well, it's been we've got a whole bunch more shit to go. I tell you one thing, one thing you could be 100% sure of: the next consoles are going to be like high in price. They're going to be expensive. The Switch 1 just got a fucking price rise, so for an extra $40, you can get a Switch 2. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
It went
that's
from
crazy.
$299 to $339 US. I was just like, what?
Nintendo
Are
was
you
expected
doing?
to surpass PlayStation
Okay,
sales,
okay,
PlayStation
okay.
2 sales, I think,
That's a long. That's
this
a
year,
long-
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Switch 2 is the fastest selling console on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Crazy.
So I mean, that's crazy. So you can expect the Xbox and the PlayStation to be sort of premiumly priced. It's going to happen.
They also
Look,
had
it's
like a million plus sales of Mario Kart World at 80
Monkey Punch
by
Box.
itself. Yeah, outside of bundles, which surprised
it's
the hell
not
out
worth
of me.
$80.
It's definitely not worth 80. And
It's not worth $80.
That's why I say Nintendo fans are like, I'm not even going to say it, but Nintendo fans are dedicated. I'll say that. Like, I'm not paying 80. I don't understand. Like, they'll buy cardboard. This has to be expressed. They'll buy
It's the
cardboard.
It's the game I play with my my 4-year-old. Shout out to him. It was his birthday the other day. But like it's the game I played
belated.
Mario Kart with my 4-year-old, and honestly, like it can hold my attention for about 15 minutes. And then I'm like, all right, let's go do something else because
Yeah.
it's boring shit.
Yeah. I will say Donkey Kong did capture me. I love Donkey Kong. I played through that, did everything I needed to do. I do have it in the Game of the Year nomination or list or whatever. I believe it could challenge Expedition 33, although I still lean to Expedition 33 win it. There's no way though. I look at the game of that, and then I look at Mario Kart World, which is just more of the same. And it's like, how did they convince people that this was worth 80 and they actually went and bought it? I'm still confused on this. I don't get it. I really don't.
This is the thing. Like for the game of the year, we got to get out of here. But for the game of the year conversation, Expedition 33 for me doesn't matter what. Like any game that's going to challenge that is going to be from a AAA studio, from like a Nintendo or whatever, or like a big AAA studio. And I just feel like Expedition 33 just really deserves to get a game of the year for like what they did with such a small crew and the story of how that game came together, and where that dude came from. And I just think we need to see more of those games. Like, I know Colt loves Expedition 33. We need to see more of those types of games, like in the industry. Just to bring on that AA sort of like smaller game space. And it's much easier for developers to develop with the tools that they have now, not using Unreal. It's terrible. You want to use Unity or Decima or but like this. there's just opportunity there, and I think if we can get those awards out to the people that really do deserve it, then we'll see more of that AA sort of space, sort of excelling the way that Expedition 33
smaller games, maybe like games like Mafia and things like that, where it's giving you shorter times and stuff, could start to appeal to people more. You're getting them at cheaper prices too, and it looks AAA. I don't know why y'all said AA, but that looks AAA. Maybe you just have to play it. You'll see what I mean. It looks quality. But yeah, like shorter games like that, shorter experiences that don't take 50, 60 hours to play through necessarily. I think, yeah, there's room for that. And I think having great engines like Unreal that can make them shine, just have to get that out there, are helping get to that point. The problem is that it just has so many issues, the crashes. Yeah, see, it has, like I said, the thing crashed for me about 10 times in Mafia. It's frustrating, Yeah. And I feel like it's overheating the old PC up because it's so visually like powerful. Like it's like, what I'm going to try is actually turning it down. I got it on ultra, so I got it on the highest of settings. So it's probably was.
I'm pretty concerned that Battlefield 6 is going to cook some PlayStations out there, man, because the Xbox is getting pretty hot, man, and the damn thing hard locked once. And I know that, like I said, Monad hard locked about fucking 6 times. I'd be like, oh, he's gone again.
I didn't have that issue at all. I didn't have that issue. No.
Yeah, I only had it once. I was like literally just playing in like black screen, see you later, gone. Monad like 6 times. It was ridiculous, getting out of control. Every time I was like having a conversation,
stick a fan. Make sure it's all cleaned out.
Yeah, he did.
Because I was having that problem. Okay. Because I was having actually a big problem with my Series X, and then I just buzzed it real hard with like one of those, power fans to clean. And it like a dream now.
Yeah. Well, look, we got to get out of here. But Holly, look, it's been a fantastic week. Guys in the chat are absolutely amazing. We had 290 people come through across Kick, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. So fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Really appreciate all of you guys in the chat. Holly, let the people know where they can find you, what you're up to. Shout out to Colt. G'day, Colt, man. I got to catch up with you and just have a chit chat. I haven't spoken to you in a long time. And so, yeah, I did try to touch base the other day, and then he got me back after I got off. And it'd be good just to catch up with Colt and have a chit chat. It's been a while. Holly, let people know where they can find you, what you're up to, and all that good salutations.
I think my channel is linked in the description. I posted thank you. Posted a new video about Eric's Home this week, so in case you're interested in that game at all, it's worth maybe checking it out. I put some gameplay in there. And tomorrow I'm going to start a playthrough of new Tales from the Borderlands to try to get ready for Borderlands 4 coming out in less than a month now, I think it is. And that's pretty much it. On Thursday nights, I am on DeMarco Dude's channel for his podcast, which is the Push Start podcast at 5:30 Central. That's it. Thank you, chat.
So there's a new. You're in a new podcast. Excitement.
Yes. Yep.
She's on everybody's podcast except mine. This is crazy. I know she wants me to beg. I'm not going to beg you, Holly. It's just not happening. Yeah, I get it. You got this. Look how she looked.
You can literally see it. You can literally see in the chat, like it's got please, 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 please. Why are you writing please, please, please? Then
listen, Holly's got herself a fan base. I've seen. I don't want to say anything derogatory. She got herself a little fan base. I'm seeing coming here. I'm just here for Holly. They don't say nothing to us. I'm seeing y'all. True. And y'all were here with us before that, and y'all don't even say hi to us. Just, hey, Holly. Yeah. Everybody else, they don't just ignore us. That's crazy to me. Yeah.
Umbra, while you're here, while you let people know where they can find you, what you're up to, what's going on, and Case Santes as well coming up tomorrow.
Yes, y'all. That's my link to the channel. We did not have a show for this past like 2 or 3 weeks. It's been so much going on, like between myself and Danny. By the way, shout out to Danny's birthday just passed as well. So I wonder if it's him and your son have the same birthday. I wonder. That'd be interesting.
6th. He was on the 6th.
I wonder what his
day before. day before Battlefield. Otherwise, he would have had a terrible birthday. I'd be like, "Not now, kid."
You ignored him, but papa. But anyway, yeah. So shout out to Danny. Happy belated to him. Or now I told him the day of. So happy birthday to him. Happy belated to yours, Risk. And thank you everyone in the chat for coming through and kicking it with us. That's my link to the channel there. If you all have not subscribed, do so for brother, please. We have 100 episode. We have our 100th episode coming up.
Ooh.
Got some big names that I've talked with and asked to come through. I do want to ask more to come by and blow our heads up and blow up our egos. Maybe I'll do a game giveaway or something since it's 100. Like do something special, right?
Monkey Punch Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe an Unreal Engine based game. Sea Will Swim. Nothing Decima based.
What about Mario Kart? That's a good one to give
Hell
away.
no, not for 80. I won't. Yeah, well, I felt like it was something else I was going to mention. Oh yeah, tomorrow, like you mentioned, Kay Asante. If you all are here, join us for Kay Asante's podcast. Him and Everborn's the GCP podcast in the morning at 10 o'clock Eastern.
You'll be on tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in with them and maybe might have a few other guests to jump in and talk with us as well. So come by in the morning for that. It's going to be a good show, good time, good talk. And of course, like I said earlier to Biff's question, the Battlefield beta will be open to everyone tomorrow and Sunday, and then returns again on the 14th through the 17th. So jump in and get some killing on, some sandbox killing. I'm going to jump in myself and try to get some. Thank you, Soil Tech brother. I see you. And thank you all again for coming by. Hit the like button if you haven't.
Hit the like button. Donte, let people know where they can find you, what you be up to, all that good stuff.
All the good stuff. First and foremost, shout out to the chat. You guys are amazing. So thank you guys for coming and rocking out with us. Greatly appreciate it, man. You guys don't know how much we appreciate you guys coming through. Catch me on the number socials, Donte J Moody. And I'll be playing hopefully some Battlefield tomorrow and going to jump back on some Grounded tonight. So you guys have a great weekend and stay blessed.
Yeah, Battlefield's amazing. I'm going to jump on that almost immediately after the show. But yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks, guys, in the panel. You've been amazing. And we will see you all hopefully next week. I think. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. What up? Bye. Stuff.